everybody. So today I thought we could go through this old sketchbook I have. I'm back at my parents' house in the studio. You might remember this kind of ugly worktop from my Sketchbox tour, but today I thought we would look through this old sketchbook. I don't remember exactly when I started and finished this. I know that I was working on it sometime in like 2022, so maybe that's when I started it. But my style has definitely changed since then, and I did not look through this beforehand. I just thought we'd go in blind together, take a look, and see what we've got. This is the Master's Touch. I don't know what paper it is. I actually remember really liking this though for my markers. And I do work a lot smaller now. I'll show you my sketchbook that I use right now. So for reference, this is my current sketchbook. And you can see it's a whole lot smaller. But I do like the square. But, you know, I have some sketchbook tours out. But you can kind of see what my style is like right now. And we'll see what this book has to offer. So without too long of an intro, let's just dive right in. So this is just the hardback. I think I was playing a lot with markers at the time, like the Ohuhu alcohol markers, and I know that I think I started this. Looking at these sketches, if I were to guess, I think I started this the summer that I finished college, maybe. It might be a little bit before that too. But I was kind of trying to figure out what I was going to do with my art after college, what kind of products I could make. And so I was making these little cards, like business card sized art prints, with these little joy bugs, which those never really sold. Oh, and then, yeah, that's right. I had gotten into doing like fairies and stuff. These very like folk arty type fairies. I really loved to do these girl drawings like of characters and stuff. But I had started doing these different types. There was like a sunshine fairy and things like that. And they were really fun to doodle. I definitely don't draw them now. And I was, you know, you can tell like the way I just draw girls is so different. Like I was putting a lot more like effort, I guess, or detail into their faces. But I feel like these drawings are a lot less inspired. Like I was trying to make them look good rather than I was trying to say something with my art. But I was definitely learning how to, you know, what my art was good for, what style I liked, all that sort of stuff. On this page, I definitely was clearly learning how to draw dogs. And I remember this dog here. That was for a custom piece, which I think was maybe the first custom piece I did. Somebody, their dog had to get put down. And they wanted a little watercolor to commemorate the dog, which was really sweet. This is my character, Ulf. He has a cat named Melon, and I do lots of stories with Ulf and Melon. I have kind of put him aside while I'm working on a different book right now. But it's funny, his body is so like stubby in these, which he's usually much taller than that. So this was the commission, the sketch I had sent them. I don't know that I have a picture of how it turned out. Again, like I said, this was a few years ago. But I do like this one. I think that one's pretty cute. And it's kind of fun seeing it in the pink with the red. I still always sketch in red colored pencil. I think this was my favorite thing to do then too. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can tell how out of proportion her head is to her body. I really struggled up until like this year with drawing bodies. I always like to draw their faces, and I would do some upper body, but I would never ever do like their whole body because I just couldn't get the proportions right. Oh gosh, this page is one of those ugly sketch pages. These are just some random things I saw on Pinterest that I was drawing. And this dog, in this character, I had been hired for a self-published children's book. It was called Henry the Human Helper. And you can find it on Amazon now. It's like Human, like Hooman. And it was about service dogs. And like this dog belongs to this girl. And one thing that bothers me is that the dog does not match like her very well. Like, they don't look like they're the same style. So I'm sure I was kind of figuring all that stuff out here. But oh boy, there's a lot of cringe I feel right now, if I'm being honest. Oh, and this was storyboarding, that whole thing. And then we have some random pigs, I guess. Some tubby little pigs. Pigs are my absolute favorite animal. And so I know there's some, yeah, on this next one, I had created this character named Pia, and I still think she is so cute. I'm not cringing at her because I really like her. Just look at her in a little tutu. I think that's so cute. And, yeah, I love the name Pia. But I never really did anything with her. She was just kind of fun. The only like project I did with her was Inktober. Whatever year it was that I did it, like I guess 2022. I did do like all of the drawings with Pia. So yeah, Inktober. This is me kind of doing my sketches for that because I think this is the way I did it. I did like little tiny thumbnails, which it's very similar to how I did World Watercolor Month this year, where I just did little sketches in my book, where for me that really works. Oh, that one's cute. I do like that one a lot. I might bring her back. What do you think? Should I bring Pia back? Would you like to see more drawings with her? It's also fun seeing the markers because they're so vibrant. But then, yeah, we have some more of these little Inktobers. Definitely not as grid-based as I had it before. Okay, and then I decided to go back to the grid. Oh, that one's kind of cute. But yeah, just you can kind of pause it if you really want to take some time and look through them all. Something's weird about her face there. I don't know. But yeah, now we're on day 31. So that was all of the little Inktobers I did. I like this character. I love her really big ears. I think she's pretty cute. Oh, you know what's so funny? I'll maybe put a picture up over here. I had recently done a illustration just like this for World Watercolor Month. I think the prompt was tower. So it's funny how it's like, even though your style changes, like you're still really inspired by similar things. Oh my goodness, I can't get this page to turn. Oh, so we have some guinea pigs. This was definitely for a commission. I remember doing this one. It was a digital piece. I guess the guinea pigs' names were Peanut and Millie. That's pretty cute. I had my own guinea pig at the time, and so this felt really fun to do. What's funny to looking at this sketchbook is that I was definitely using it as a place to be messy and to like get my ideas down, which is a great way to use a sketchbook, whereas now I'm like much more concerned with the page looking super full and like kind of aesthetic. So it's funny how that's changed too. Okay, this is a horribly boring page. And another not so great page. What even is that? Is that a bean? It says Good Notes Digital Planner Stickers, Themes, Spring. So I guess at one point I was thinking of doing digital stickers for Good Notes. I don't think I ever did. I don't think I ever figured out how to do that. I think for this, I remember the illustration. I did a digital illustration for this. And I remember how it turned out, but I don't think it was for a story or anything. I don't know what these girls were for. I think they were maybe just for fun. I have been relearning, working on drawing dogs for the past couple of months now. And I think a better way to put it is the last couple of years, because apparently this has been a long effort. I know for this dog, I do remember now that I was practicing by looking up dogs at the Humane Society and drawing one of them every day. Oh, okay. Now I do like this page. This is fun. Even though it may not look that interesting, I had this idea for this story where all the people are cheese. And so you have like string cheese and there's gorgonzola cheese and the dogs are olives. I don't know that I ever actually wrote down that story, but I did do some fun illustrations for it. I'll put that up over here again. for how cute that kind of town was. Yeah. So we have string cheese, a cheese wedge, American cheese slice, where he's like little. He's so skinny, like he's flapping over like on his head. A mozzarella ball, aged Gouda, a little cheese cube, baby Swiss, olive dog, gorgonzola, and whatever that is. I guess I was working on their towns and their houses, and their like cars were made of crackers and things like that. I think, I don't remember. This was for some project that I can't remember. I do like this little froggy though. That's cute. Okay, so this was for a story I started and decided I wasn't passionate about, and I abandoned it. This is Jean-Pierre. And a little story. So in 2022, I had gone to Paris, and we had stayed in this little like Airbnb apartment. And I had made this peanut. It was a real peanut, and I had painted it with this cute little face. And it was called Peanut Baby. And I had cast it in resin. And it was so adorable and shiny, and I loved it. And I kept it in my purse. Well, there was a mouse in the apartment. And when I went to get Peanut Baby out to because I wanted to show Peanut Baby the Eiffel Tower, I realized Peanut Baby was gone, and there was mouse poop in my purse. And so I had started this whole story about Jean-Pierre, who is a French mouse thief, and this is Peanut. Her name, I ended up giving her the name Diana. And I played around with this story for a really long time, and I think that they're really cute. I love this one where she's like, yeah, they're kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde type of duo. I think they're pretty cute. I like their character designs. So this is just me kind of working out a story with them. Again, I don't think I ever really did a whole lot with it. There's so many people are always like, oh, you should write kids books, and it's like, I agree, I'd love to, and they take a lot of time and a lot of work, and you're never guaranteed that they're going to go anywhere. And so I want to make sure I'm passionate about a story if I'm going to spend a whole lot of time on it. And so I've done a lot of stories that just never get finished. So we can skip this. This is just story planning. You know what I'm so shocked by on these pages is how empty I left it. It feels like such a waste of space. Like there's so much more just room to play and experiment and fill the pages to make them worth the money. But, I'm not going to go back and fill them in. Heck no. But I think that dog's kind of cute, actually. I think I was working for these ones. I was every day, I guess in July. Okay, so we're in 2023. I probably put it down for a while and then came back to my sketchbook. I think probably only for a couple days, I was choosing one thing and practice drawing it every day. Something that was outside of my comfort zone. So beetles and dinosaurs. Actually, I'm not mad at these. These are kind of good. I like the dinosaurs a lot. That might be something. Oh, this is getting me excited. Okay, yay. I love new inspiration. Doing some dinosaurs could be super fun. I'm going to start playing around with that. And then I did horses. Okay, wait. These are really not that bad. And then I only did that for 3 days because apparently I gave up. But this is cute, a little bug parade. Oh, okay. So this is when I got into doing robots. I still love doing robots, you guys. And these were the first ones. It started, I'm pretty sure, with this one. Because at our cabin, at my parents' house, there's these those electrical boxes, and I was looking at it and it looks like this, and I was like, oh, it kind of feels like it's got a personality. I can see a story with it, or I can see it as a character basically. And so I drew it kind of as I saw it and then personified it a bit, and there's the other electrical box. And so I was looking at all sorts of things like lamps, and I love this one. This one's so fun with the square eye and the circle eye. It's just fun to see where the inspiration started. I guess that one's a little dog. It kind of looks like a toilet though, doesn't it? Okay, and then this is another one of those stories that never ended up going anywhere I started it. And then, what's funny? It's you do one sketch and you get suddenly this idea for a whole entire story. But then you kind of do the story planning, and you know, if you still like the story, sometimes when you like do the digital sketch, it just doesn't, or the digital drawing, it just doesn't like translate. And I ended up just abandoning this one, which again, I'm not mad about, because if I'm not going to make something that's all that great if I'm not passionate about it. And so I'd rather just quit while I'm ahead if I'm not liking it. I do like this rocket. I called it Zozo Rocket because, so my name is Zoe, and growing up my nickname was always Rocket, and so that's kind of, I guess, like a little me. But I will say that I mentioned I'm working on a children's book right now, and I have it about a quarter of the way ready to send to a publisher, and I still really love it. I've found a style to do it in that is fun and exciting and new. So, new for me. It's not new to the world. And yeah, I'm excited to see how that goes. And I don't want to show it because I don't know what the rules are with that. But if I can, I will. So this is a fun page. I've always loved like space themed things, like stars and rockets and planets, and this little doggy's kind of cute. I'm not mad about these sketches, if I'm being honest. And I like the rocket and all that, and the little security camera. But this was working on that one story. It was something, I like remember the gist, but I don't remember how to explain it. Okay, so here we have more dogs that I was working on, and some bugs. Oh, this page is quite nice, actually. Like, look at that frog. I'm pretty pleased with that frog. Even now, and these fish are quite nice. I do also love to draw fish. But I was definitely feeling my summer cabin energy. I love this one, though. This little dragonfly. This is inspiring me to draw bigger because you can kind of, like, get so much more detail in and experiment more per page, that maybe once I finish this sketchbook, I'll get a bigger one. We'll see. That's cute. Little employee ID. I like these. These are fun. This is the lamp we have outside of the house. Some dogs. Still working on them. Still not feeling like I love them. And then I think this was just fun illustrations. These aren't anything in particular. People always say my art reminds them of JoJo Circus, and I definitely see it there. See, I know we're getting to the end here. Okay, so I think this is when I got my watercolor palette that you guys always see me using. It's the only one I have. Well, it's not the only one, but it's like my main one. And I've had it for, I guess, 2 years now. And it's still the one I use. I still love it. It's the Cotman watercolor field set, but not the Cotman you buy now. So I don't know if the quality is any different, because I know they used to make them in like London or Paris, and then they switched it to China, and I don't know. But, and then that's it. Oh my goodness. So this was me swatching out the palette. And this paper really doesn't work that well for it. It's not awful, but this paper for my sketchbook works better than this one. This one, it looks like they were kind of sliding around a bit. We've got some cans and things like that. Okay, fun. What I'm so excited about is these dinosaurs. Where are they? Okay, we're at horses, so it's the page before. Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, look out on my Instagram or the community tab to see some fun little dinosaurs, because I really want to play around with these. Let me know if there's anything you saw in here that inspired you, and also let me know if you thought it was fun to look through an old sketchbook. I have been using sketchbooks for like literally my whole life, so I have got other ones I can share, and I'd love to share them. So maybe the next video I'll do is kind of having fun drawing dinosaurs. Let me know if you'd like to see that. And other than that, thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of this day. Alrighty, bye-bye.